Hello, my name is Tomas Hjelström. I'm an assistant professor at the Stockholm School of Economics, and I'm also the course director of 2 courses on financial reporting and management control within the Executive MBA program. So what are we doing within these courses? Well, we are focusing on communication internally and externally. How do we sort of communicate the outcome, the financial outcome of the company? But we are also trying to support fact-based decision-making, i.e. by collecting financial data around what is happening in a company, we can also make better decisions and become better leaders. But financial reporting also helps the capital markets, improves the function by having good, high-quality data that which sort of investors can use in terms of their decisions of allocating money to different companies. So we are very much taking the company strategy and business situation as the starting point, and then we record the financial consequences of their actions. That collected data helps us in different kind of decision situations internally. For example, making investments, sort of pricing products and services to our customers. But it also is about understanding whether this company is a value-creating company or not. Are we doing things that are sufficiently good, simply? So, sort of how are we trying to do that? Well, first we need to realize something. The world is complex. We are having sort of lots of complex decision situations out there in the companies. And well, in order to make sense of that complex world, we really need to understand the basics. And the basics from a financial reporting kind of situation, that is understanding income statements, cash flow statements, balance sheets. What are our revenues, expenses? What are cash flows? And what's a balance sheet? And how do these things fit together? And as a sort of a joint structure helps you in decision making and understanding the business as such. That is what sort of financial reporting and management control is all about. And sort of when we know the basics, we can approach complex situations. And once we've done that, sort of we can start communicating the outcome in an informative and good and structured way. Another thing that we need to do, that is to separate out operations from financing. The engine in a company, that is the operations. That is where we make money. That is where we create value. So understanding the value creation of operations, that is sort of where the key is. So we need to understand how we measure value creation with a focus on operations, but also sort of what are the sources of improving and making sort of the value creation process even better. A part of that is also to understand growth and profitability. 2 things that sort of are tightly related to each other. So in order to understand growth, we need to understand the need for profitability, and also we need to understand how growth can sort of spur profitability in the best possible way. 2 things that really fit together in a meaningful way. And then we have M&A, which is a sort of a core part of our electives course. Understanding the pricing and the consequences of pricing in an M&A transaction. So what is the outcome on the balance sheet and income statements and profitability in the next step? Understanding different financing alternatives and being able to evaluate it in the next step. That means we need to understand sort of concepts like goodwill. What is that? Synergies. How does that sort of impact profitability, and whether this is a good transaction or maybe a not so good transaction? There are many strange statements about that in general. So how do we do this? Well, we do this with lots of practical cases from real life companies. We're trying to look at their strategy, their sort of transactions that take place, and what happens on the financial statements in order to draw good conclusions. So this is a very hands-on course, which I hope also will sort of spur an enthusiasm in you, sort of looking deeper into this subject. We're trying to have a lot of fun in terms of understanding what companies and value creation is all about. This is core for today's leader. So, from me to you, warm welcome to the Executive MBA program and warm welcome to the area of financial reporting and management control. We are going to do some really good things together.